And a continued good morning to you. Reverend Keith welcomed you in the spirit of prayer. Reverend Coco pulled you into the sacred silence, of which this service is dedicated to. Every service here at the Agape International Spiritual Center is preceded by a period of meditation, because that is one of our foundational spiritual practices. To learn to govern our attention and to pay undistractable attention to that which is real. That real is always spelled with a capital R, because we're not speaking about the simulated reality, because we know that most people don't have a direct encounter with reality. They have an encounter with their thoughts or beliefs about reality through the spiritual technology of meditation, with the intention of waking up, with the intention of participating in your own unfolding of the divinity that is within you. You become a candidate for a very rich insight in which you begin to see, not with eyes, but with the spiritual faculty that produced the eyes. You begin to see that which is real, that which is eternal, that which is immortal, and that which is always and never touched by time or experience, projections, or people's experience of it, that which is real. So as we continue our practice of the art and science of meditation, there's an interesting correspondence or conjunction in which we are celebrating and remembering the spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who reminded us about having a directive to know ourselves and to be a beneficial presence on the planet, not for selfish means, but for seeing one another as each other, so that we live to birth and midwife the beloved community. And we have the conjunction, of course, of the devastation that has been occurring in Altadena, Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica, Malibu, and surrounding areas, in which individuals are suddenly impacted by homes being burnt down, buildings being burnt down, and the cascading experience of that particular event that is still going on, even as we're sitting here in meditation. So when we think about birthing the beloved community, which is the expression of compassion, and we think about the individuals that are impacted right here in the Los Angeles area, and we extend it out to the world as well, in which individuals are suffering in war-torn areas and drought, tsunamis, and things of that particular nature. We become reminded that as we are meditating, there is an insight that occurs ultimately. We will realize that there is no other, that the sense of otherness, of othering people, regardless of where they were born, national origin, colors of skin, religious backgrounds, ethnicity, sexual orientation, things of that particular nature, in a moment of real insight, you begin to see with your heart that there is no other. That every being that is on this planet, every sentient being, any being with consciousness at all, is a direct extension of us. And so it begins to mitigate the brainwashing that has occurred in many people on the planet that would become homophobic or become sexist or become racist or things of that particular nature, which is just a sickness. It is simply a virus of the mind that mitigates real seeing. But in the moment of insight, you begin to see that there is no other. And so it allows us to not only pray, but when we meditate, as I like to say, we stand in proxy. We stand in proxy for the individuals that are us, that are somewhere else on the planet, somewhere else in another physical neighborhood, but of which Jesus the Christ taught us we must love our neighbor as ourself. And we become aware that he wasn't talking about individuals that live in your physical proximity. He was speaking about your neighbor, the individuals that are all over this planet. And then, of course, we cannot project any sense of love of a neighbor without some semblance of self-love within ourselves. Because for some people, we would not want to wish their self-love on someone else. If in fact they're unconscious, if in fact there's self-loathing, if in fact there's a lack of self-worth, if in fact there's resentment or hate or unforgiveness within them, we don't want that kind of self-love. We want the kind of self-love that allows us to go within and get a real sense of what the divine creator presence has recreated in its own image and likeness, that emanation of divine life and luminosity and beauty and intelligence, of which each and every one of us are individual expressions of. So we begin to love that aspect of ourself, our real self, not from an egotistic point of view, but from a point of view that allows us to see, oh my God, my life is the life of the divine, and so is everyone else's. All of this can be a rich insight beyond believing, beyond hypothesis, beyond theories, beyond being a part of any kind of clubs that believe that. Through spiritual practice, it becomes a rich insight. So you're no longer walking around simply believing in the oneness of humanity, and the oneness with the planet Earth, and oneness with each other, which is a good start. But through the art and science of meditation, and with the insights that occur in our ever-expanding awareness, it becomes more than a belief system. It becomes integrated in us. We embody it, we feel it, we walk in the feeling tone of being a beneficial presence because we have embodied that truth. And then we have sidestepped some of the things we witness on the planet where people become believers of a particular philosophy or particular religion, and they end up living to defend that particular perception and attack other perceptions that are not quite like their perception. So there becomes a kind of a fundamental expression in the world that creates more separation. No, as a metaphysical community, that which is going beyond the physical perception of the physical sensorium, we begin to see that we truly are one, not just intellectually or in a belief system, but we start to have a felt inner sense, oh my God, I am one with the planet. I'm at one with every ocean and lake, every tree. I'm at one with every sentient being, every human being on this planet, regardless of where they are. As we are reminded, we never ask for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Any pain anywhere, any suffering anywhere, that bell is tolling for a dimension of our own life. And so as we take humanity in our awareness, and all individuals who are under the aegis of loss and suffering and fear, and we lift ourselves into the rarefied atmosphere of our oneness with the presence of God, we come to a greater understanding of what Jesus meant when he said in substance, according to the teachings, as I am lifted up, I draw all unto me. As we're lifted up into a higher vibration and a higher frequency and stand in proxy for all beings, we lift. So it allows us to walk with one foot in the eternal, timeless, immortal, and then one foot in time as a human being, so that as we're lifted, we bring with our thought, our word, and our actions the eternal presence to earth. So we don't live while we have a human incarnation with 2 feet in the eternal, because then we will be no humanly good. And we don't live with 2 feet in the time, because we'll be no heavenly active. So we live with 1 foot in the eternal. I am a divine eternal being, and then 1 foot in time. I'm a spiritual being having a human incarnation, and I'm going to bring to this planet through my speech, through my thought, and through my actions the qualities of ever-expanding good, which is love, which is peace, which is compassion, which is generosity, which is kindness, which is the practice of forgiveness. We bring that into time, thus creating a cascading, dynamic ripple, allowing for that which is in the eternal, the beloved community, a dynamic, peaceful society to earth through us. Always remember God, this grand presence of infinitude, love and intelligence and beauty, cannot do anything for us unless it does it through us and as us. So our spiritual practice is about being an instrumentality, a vehicle, an openness, a simultaneous openness, and the thing itself coming to earth again, anchoring the realm of ever-expanding good, heaven on earth. This is what we're charged to do, to stay conscious so we become a blanket of love and compassion in frequency, in vibration, in thought, in word. And then compassion always asks, what is it that's mine to do? To assist in the alleviation of suffering. Sympathy says, I know how you feel. I feel for you. Empathy says, I know how you feel. Compassion says, what can I do in love and compassion to alleviate suffering? And so in the spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the recognition of what's happening on the planet and in this particular area at this time, we know that the bell tolls for us. We're one with all. We lift up and we bless. Let's sit. Jump to your center. If you want to resettle yourself again, just bring your shoulders to your ears and squeeze all the body parts and release. Hands on your lap, facing upward if you will. Thumb and forefinger touching as we transcend ego perception. And we sit with the intention of having a great awakening to our real nature and our real being. Which is the Christ, the hope of glory within us. It is the awakened Buddha mind. It is the ever-expanding awareness in a field of infinite God consciousness. Remember, God is not a guy in the sky. It is not physical. It is a divine presence of pure spirit of love, pure consciousness, beauty, intelligence, life itself that knows itself. And through our meditation practice, we hear that this presence that is everywhere, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, wants to know itself as us. And we give it utter permission through being still and available with the intention of waking up. Let us sit with that intention. if your awareness drifts into inner conversation or projections into the future or moving into the past, bring your attention to your sacred breath. It'll assist to keep you present while you embrace your intention to wake up to your real and eternal nature, your real self, your super soul self. I intend to wake up now from any intoxicated sleepwalking. Mindful of your attention. You are the governor of your own attention. Your intention is embracing an intention to wake up to the presence of God as your very life and being. The breath assists you in staying present. as you're governing your own attention, allow yourself to be attentive to the feeling tone of gratitude. Allow the emergence of gratitude to be the activity of your awareness. If you need a little help, think of anything at all that you can be grateful for, regardless of how your mind defines it as small or large. Find anything at all for which to be grateful for. The heart is beating. The body temple is extracting hydrogen and oxygen and everything else that is necessary from the air, that the body temple can sustain life. Someone appreciates you. Someone loves you. Someone took care of you. Whatever it is that you can be grateful for, just find that now and let that feeling tone cascade and become the very activity of your awareness. Oh, every cell screams out, I'm so grateful to be alive. It is in this consciousness of gratitude that we recognize the great presence, the great living one that is everywhere, called by countless names, but whose nature never changes. This presence is the same yesterday, today, and forever. God is love. God is life. God is joy. God is intelligence. God is beauty. God is. We recognize this divine presence closer than our breathing, nearer than our hands and feet. We are one with it. Our life is an emanation of it. And it is from this direct encounter that I speak the word for each and every one of us, that we may be free, unlimited and unfettered and totally free from any hypnotism of separation, that we may begin to see with new eyes that all of the presence and all of the power, all of the love and intelligence is right here and right now, oozing through us now. And that this word is serving as a law of elimination, disintegration of anything that would hinder, delay, obstruct, or deny the fullness of life from moving through us right now. All needs met, wellness and well-being, wholeness, harmonizing prosperity and abundance, divine intelligence, knowing itself as each and every one of us, guidance, moving through us in a language and in a way that we can understand, governing our steps, our conversation, and our thinking. That we live in the realm of and the feeling tone of, oh my God, something wonderful is happening. And I am letting it happen through and as me. This is where we are living, so that the phenomenal vicissitudes and turbulence that eventually happen in the world of phenomena can't touch us. For we are rooted in the Spirit. We give thanks that this is so as we embrace all beings impacted by devastation, sudden loss. They are us. We lift ourselves up and we embrace that extension of ourselves. And we say, peace, be still. Divine and compelling right action, reveal yourself. Divine order and harmony and safety and abundance, reveal yourself through the extension of who we are, all of these beings that are us. Give thanks for this, that it is happening, because we are in tune with the fundamental harmony of the universe. And we allow this to be so now. Therefore, we can say unequivocally, and so it is, now and forever. Amen and ashe. Now so be it. We slowly open our eyes, but allow for our inner eye to remain open so that whoever you're with, when you see them, you see the face of the divine, as well as you're looking in the mirror and seeing yourself as an emanation of the divine presence. This is a great opportunity for those who can support this spiritual community that's been supporting individuals for the last 38 plus years. And that is, you can begin to activate your generosity gene within you, that which comes directly from the presence of God, for you have arrived on earth to contribute, to give, to share, to shine, and to radiate, not to get, but to give. So we take just a second and we give thanks for whatever it is we have to give, whether the ego says it is big or small, we don't care. We just participate. And we give thanks and bless what we have to give and infuse it with divine love and release it without agenda. And so it is, amen. And so as you are now supporting this international community, you can, wherever you are on the planet, you may be an extension of our spiritual family that I met at the Life Advancement Center in Costa Rica called Rhythmia, and many of you came up to me and shared with me that you tune in all the time and you support the community, or whether you're anywhere on the planet. You may take your phone out at this time, your mobile phone, and you may text the word give to 424-321-6243. This is on your screen, by the way. It'll prompt you and put you into the spiritual domain of Agape International. There you can choose the amount that you're called to give today, to share, to circulate. And you can also choose to give on a regular basis if that's your desire. And you can write the word cover after your gift, which means you're covering the expense of the technology. It's approximately a little less than 3% of your gift. You can do that right now. Text the word give to 424-321-6243 and make a difference in your own life as well. If you would like to go directly to our website, maybe you're viewing us on your YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel, I should say, or our Facebook page, or another platform, go to agapelive.com. That's our website. There you can find many things that are occurring in our community, but right now you can look at the donation button, I guess it's called, there on the screen. Tap that, choose the amount you're desiring to give today, and you can check out. You're really checking into your inner prosperity that you want to permitize. Permitize, okay. You want to make permanent. You can do that now and circulate this cosmic energy that will come back to you. If you'd like to mail in your donation, please do so. Send it to Agape International. Make out your checks and money orders to Agape International and mail it to 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. If you're outside of the United States, please put USA on your envelope. We appreciate every donation that comes in, regardless of amount. What we always embrace is 100% participation, so that all family members, all individuals that are connected any way, shape, or form whatsoever, gets to circulate something. You can do that now. This time, we will have our very own Reverend Julie Moret highlight some of the wonderful things happening here at Agape.
Good morning. We've got a couple highlighted announcements for you today. You can visit agapelive.com for more information and to find out about all of our weekly offerings. All times listed are Pacific time. Here in Los Angeles, we have been forever changed by unprecedented wildfires and destruction of whole communities. So how do we find our way back in the midst of a sense of loss and uncertainty? How do we reconnect with our essential self and life's healing power? Join us for Holding Each Other Close, Rising from the Fires. This is a virtual community healing forum. We've got healing circles for comfort, grounding, and connection. It's this Wednesday, January 22nd at 6 p.m. online. Register for free at agapelive.com. For other ways to assist the ongoing efforts of support or to alert us to new opportunities to serve, email seeyouinaction@agapelive.com. You have just 48 hours left to enroll in Reverend Michael's 5-week life-changing online course starting this Tuesday, January 21st, Meditation 2.0, The Evolution of Consciousness. Don't miss this opportunity to deepen your meditation practice, connect with a supportive community, and unlock the limitless possibilities of your life. Whether you've never meditated before or have an established meditation practice, this course is for you. In Meditation 2.0, you're going to learn to harness the power of meditation as the most effective tool for spiritual evolution, expand your awareness, and realize that you are an individualized expression of spirit, unique, whole, never separate from the source. Register right now at agapelive.com. And this week on Reverend Michael's Take Back Your Mind podcast, Reverend Michael welcomes Dr. Delatoro McNeil II. Delatoro is a highly acclaimed peak performance expert, global speaking coach, creator of the Healing with Integrity program, and author of the best-selling book, Shift into a Higher Gear. And on Friday, check out the next episode of Take Back Your Mind Life Question of the Week, Living a Fulfilled Life Without Attachment, Lessons in Spiritual Detachment. Watch or listen to Take Back Your Mind and the Life Question of the Week with Michael B. Beckwith on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and be sure to subscribe in order to receive alerts when new shows drop each Wednesday and Friday. For meditation today, you've been listening to Soak Sound Frequency Therapy, the clinically proven healing protocol that pairs positive affirmations with specific sound frequencies. There are up to 30 different frequencies to choose from to provide energetic and cellular alignment. If you want to try this for a month for free, go to soak.com, SOAAK.com, use the code AGAPE, and receive a 30-day free trial. Soak is health savings account and flexible spending account approved. You can sign up today and get your Soak on, and Reverend Michael uses this. I have seen him in Washington, D.C. before the March on Washington. He was walking around the hotel with the music playing. In South Korea, he's walking around with the music playing. Before services here, he is. So give it a try. You get a month free. And finally for today, you can still receive access to Reverend Michael's New Year's Meditation Reset, The Promise, The Practice, and The Possibilities. Purchase access to the Meditation Reset live stream video replay and have 24/7 access to Reverend Michael's dynamic teachings, meditation, visioning, and activations until March 5th. Get your access at agapelive.com. And if you have been impacted by the fires, email website@agapelive.com. That's website@agapelive.com, and you'll receive a complimentary copy of this inspirational healing event. I hope you sign up for it. It will be so soothing to your nervous system. Whatever you pick something today and jump in. Many blessings to you.
Thank you, Reverend Julie. Let's turn within and give thanks for the overflow consciousness that has been activated in all of these sweet beings tuning in at this particular time and are yielding to the spiritual desire to donate, to give, to share, to tithe, to offer. We bless these beings. We bless this community. We feel and sense that all of our needs are met all across the board, as they would say. And in this moment of feeling this abundance becoming actualized in our community, we give thanks that it's already done. And so it is. Amen. As we complete this particular service, we invite you, to whoever you are on the planet, to just stand up for a moment. And when you stand up as a confident being. You're taking a stand. Your posture is strong, and you're not slouching or slumping. You're standing as the spiritual image and likeness of God itself. And as we hear the beginning of this song, we will have our benediction with a soulful reminder that the next service starts at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's a meditation service. And that at 9 a.m. Pacific time, the worship celebration fellowship service begins. And then again at 11 a.m., meditation, and 11:30 a.m. worship, celebration, fellowship service. You're invited to all three, as many people do, I'm discovering. Sometimes this frequency is so needed.
I'm ready for
We're ready for a great change, a great transformation. And through our spiritual practice, we get to participate in our unfolding. Oh, just meditate on that. The tree yields to its treeness when the conditions are right. We must consciously yield. We must consciously surrender. We must consciously say yes. We must consciously engage in a spiritual technology that allows us to see that we're more than flesh and blood. We are the image and likeness and emanation of the divine presence. So in this moment, as we're lifted up in this dynamic unfolding of a cosmic good that knows itself as each and every one of us, we go forward from this moment on as a fiat of the Spirit, anchoring the realm of ever-expanding good on earth as it is in the highest heaven. And so in the spirit of probably the greatest American citizen that ever existed, in the spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we go forth as midwives to a beloved community that reeks with kindness and justice for all, peace and richest blessings.